Life in the White House may seem like a dream, luxury, fame, and prestige. But for Malia and Sasha Obama, it came with the heavy weight of public scrutiny. Yet, what moved Michelle Obama to tears wasn't the pressure her daughters endured, but a moment of heartfelt honesty that defined her journey as a mother. So, what did Malia and Sasha reveal? To understand, we must look back to their roots in Chicago, long before the White House. Humble beginnings in Chicago. Before they became one of the most famous families in the world, the Obamas were just another family making it work on Chicago's South Side. Life was a far cry from presidential motorcades and state dinners. It was more about carpools, homework battles, and making sure there was milk in the fridge. Barack Obama was a young community organizer, working tirelessly to help improve his neighborhood, while Michelle Obama was juggling multiple hats: executive, public servant, and the chief officer of Mom's taxi service. Together, they navigated the chaos of raising two young daughters, Malia and Sasha, while keeping their sense of humor intact. Michelle's biggest concerns back then weren't press conferences or Secret Service logistics. No, she was more worried about whether Malia would make it to school on time and if Sasha would actually finish her math homework instead of sneakily watching cartoons. And as Barack would fondly recall, their mornings always started with family breakfast, a non-negotiable ritual that usually involved Michelle refereeing the cereal arguments and Barack trying to sneak in extra syrup on his pancakes. In a now iconic 2006 photo, Barack is seen with his sleeves rolled up, washing dishes alongside his daughters in their modest Chicago home. Dish duty was non-negotiable, Michelle later joked. Barack might have been dreaming about running for president, but those dishes weren't going to wash themselves. That small snapshot captured the essence of their life back then, simple, unpretentious, and filled with love and routine and, occasionally, dish soap mishaps. Even amid the busyness of their lives, both Michelle and Barack were deeply aware of the pressures their daughters would face simply because they were girls. As Barack often said, gender stereotypes affect everyone, but when you're a dad to daughters, it hits closer to home. You start noticing how society expects them to look perfect, act perfect, and basically live as if they're on some invisible magazine cover. It's exhausting just thinking about it. Little did they know, the challenges of parenthood were just getting started. Soon, the family's private moments in Chicago would give way to the most public of lives. But for the Obamas, those years of simplicity laid the foundation for everything that came next. What do you think shaped the Obama family's values the most? Chicago or the White House? Share your thoughts in the comments. Entering the White House, on the day Barack Obama was sworn in as the 44th President of the United States, Malia and Sasha's lives were forever transformed. Gone were the days of being two regular kids from Chicago. They were now America's first daughters, living in the most iconic home in the country, a symbol of power, prestige, and endless photo ops. From the outside, their lives seemed like something out of a fairy tale, rubbing elbows with world leaders, attending state dinners, and traveling the globe for causes that most children their age could barely comprehend. The privileges were undeniable. By 2016, Malia and Sasha had joined their mother, grandmother, and a few Hollywood stars on a diplomatic mission to promote the Let Girls Learn initiative. Stops included Liberia, where they met President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Africa's first elected female head of state, Morocco, where they participated in a panel featuring Frida Pinto and Meryl Streep, and Spain, where Michelle Obama delivered a heartfelt speech advocating for girls' education. These trips were as glamorous as they were meaningful, underscored by multi-million-dollar District of Columbia aid packages and a commitment to empowering 62 million girls worldwide. At home, Malia and Sasha attended Sidwell Friends School, an elite institution in Washington District of Columbia, known for educating the children of political royalty from Chelsea Clinton to Joe Biden's grandchildren. Before their move to the White House, they had been students at the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools, another top-tier private institution. Despite the whirlwind of international diplomacy, security briefings, and life in the national spotlight, their parents worked tirelessly to maintain a sense of normalcy. But behind the glitz and diplomatic dinners was a family striving to stay grounded. As Michelle once joked, yes, my kids met world leaders, but they also had chores. And no, they weren't happy about them. Balancing homework, family dinners, and Secret Service protection wasn't easy. But the Obamas were determined to raise their daughters with the same values they cherished back in Chicago: humility, discipline, and the occasional eye-roll-worthy parental lecture. Struggles behind the light. Raising two daughters in the White House was never going to be easy, and Michelle Obama understood that better than anyone. The Obamas were not just a family, they were a national spectacle, with every moment of their lives scrutinized. For Malia and Sasha, growing up under the intense gaze of the media was like living in a fishbowl. Every outfit they wore, every expression they made, and every move they took became public conversation, and sometimes harsh criticism. As Michelle later reflected, even choosing an outfit for her daughters could spark a national debate, a reminder of how little privacy they had. Despite these challenges, Michelle was unwavering in her mission to raise her daughters as normal, grounded individuals. In her memoir, Becoming, she shared how difficult yet essential it was to provide Malia and Sasha with a semblance of a typical childhood. Speaking on Melinda French Gates's podcast, Moments That Make Us, Michelle explained her parenting philosophy: "I never felt my job was to create mini-me's or have them fill some hole in me. My role was to guide them to become independent, capable young women." Her no-nonsense approach became legendary, encapsulated in her favorite phrase, "I'm not one of your little friends." This mantra set clear boundaries between being a parent and being a friend, a distinction that proved critical as her daughters grew older. As Malia and Sasha matured, Michelle focused on preparing them for a world that would not always be forgiving, especially as the daughters of a former president. There were lines drawn, she explained, because people are quick to judge kids with a famous last name. They had to show up right. Michelle's parenting was rooted in the belief that their time in the White House was temporary. "You are not going to live here with me forever," she often reminded them. "I have to hand you your life, and you need to be ready to manage it." Through it all, Michelle's greatest accomplishment wasn't just raising daughters who could handle the pressures of the spotlight. It was raising young women ready to step out of that spotlight and thrive on their own. Beneath the layers of privilege and attention was a family determined to raise strong, independent individuals, ready to face a world where their last name would always precede them. Love stories like this? Subscribe for more inspiring journeys and drop a comment to share your thoughts. A lifesaver in the spotlight. Behind the polished facade of White House life, there was an unsung hero who quietly became the glue holding the Obama household together. Marion Robinson, Michelle Obama's mother. When the family moved into the White House, Marion made the selfless decision to join them, stepping into a role that proved vital for everyone, especially Malia and Sasha. Amid the grandeur and the pressures of public life, Marion brought an invaluable sense of stability, grounding her granddaughters in the values that their parents had worked so hard to instill. Marion's presence in the White House wasn't just a convenience. It was a cornerstone of the family's well-being. While the world viewed Malia and Sasha as America's first daughters, Marion made sure they were still just kids at heart. Whether it was helping with homework, sharing wisdom from her years of experience, or simply being a loving presence, she ensured that their lives retained a sense of normalcy. In a household filled with Secret Service agents, world leaders, and a constant stream of media attention, Marion's influence created a sanctuary where the girls could grow and flourish without losing sight of who they were. For Michelle, having her mother by her side was nothing short of a blessing. In an environment where every move was scrutinized, Marion's quiet wisdom and unwavering support became a critical pillar of strength. As Michelle once said, "My mom has always been my rock, and she was the same for my girls. She taught them the same values she taught me: humility, kindness, and the importance of hard work." These lessons were even more crucial given the extraordinary circumstances of their lives. Through it all, Marion Robinson remained humble and out of the spotlight, content with her role as the family's grounding force. Her influence ensured that Malia and Sasha grew up with a firm foundation of love, discipline, and perspective, even as their family lived at the center of national and global attention. For the Obamas, Marion's presence in the White House wasn't just about family support. It was a reminder of their roots, their values, and the simple but powerful bonds that kept them together through it all. The dark side for kids. As much as Michelle Obama tried to shield Malia and Sasha from the relentless scrutiny of life in the White House, the challenges of growing up under the nation's microscope were unavoidable. Criticism, expectations, and constant public attention became part of their daily lives, turning what should have been carefree teenage years into an ongoing balancing act. Living in such conditions was anything but easy for two young girls who never chose this spotlight. One particularly harsh incident occurred in 2014, highlighting just how intense the scrutiny could be. Elizabeth Loughton, a communications director for a Republican congressman, faced widespread backlash after posting disparaging comments about Malia, then 16, and Sasha, 13, on Facebook. Referring to their expressions during the annual Thanksgiving turkey pardon, Loughton suggested they try showing a little class and dress like they deserve respect, not a spot at a bar. The remarks, laced with sexist and racial undertones, ignited outrage on social media. Critics, including TV personality Star Jones, labeled the comments as deeply inappropriate, and the hashtag #FireElizabethLoughton went viral. Under immense public pressure, Loughton eventually apologized, but the incident served as a stark reminder of the challenges Malia and Sasha faced simply for existing in the public eye. Through moments like these, the resilience of the Obama daughters shone brightly. Michelle often reminded them to walk their own walk, encouraging them to focus on their personal goals and growth rather than the noise surrounding them. Despite the world dissecting their every move, from their facial expressions to their fashion choices, the sisters stayed silent, strong, and committed to their studies. Their ability to rise above the chaos reflected the values instilled by their parents and their determination to remain grounded. As the Obama presidency drew to a close after 8 transformative years, the family prepared to step away from the grandeur of the White House and into a new chapter. For Malia and Sasha, it marked the end of an extraordinary but deeply challenging phase of their lives. With the spotlight dimming, they were ready to leave behind the scrutiny and embrace the independence of forging their own paths. The resilience they developed during their years in the White House would guide them as they moved into a future filled with possibility and self-discovery. Could you handle growing up in the White House under constant scrutiny? Let us know in the comments below. Life after the White House. When the Obamas left the White House in January 2017, it was a bittersweet moment. For 8 years, the girls had called the most famous residence in America home, but they had never truly experienced the freedom of ordinary life. Michelle Obama humorously described the transition during an interview with Melinda Gates, saying, "I had a front door that I could open. People could walk up, ring the doorbell, and our dogs didn't even know what a doorbell was." Life in the White House had been far from typical, even for the family pets. President Obama had promised his daughters a puppy during his campaign, a promise that took on special significance as they adjusted to their new lives in Washington. Choosing the right dog was a meticulous process, as Malia suffered from allergies. After much consideration, the family welcomed Bo, a Portuguese water dog gifted by Senator Ted Kennedy, into their lives in April 2009. Dubbed the first dog by White House staff, Bo quickly became a beloved companion, bringing joy and laughter to a high-pressure household. In 2013, the Obamas expanded their furry family by adopting Sunny, another Portuguese water dog, adding even more liveliness to their home. Whether chasing tennis balls across the White House lawn or snuggling during family movie nights, Bo and Sunny became a source of comfort and grounding for Malia and Sasha. Their presence offered a slice of normalcy, a reminder of home life that transcended the grandeur of their surroundings. As the family transitioned out of the White House, they embraced a new sense of normalcy, navigating life with more freedom and fewer cameras. While the girls joked about not knowing what a doorbell was, the truth was that life after the White House offered them a chance to reconnect with the simpler things: a walk with their dogs, opening their front door, or just living as a family without the weight of constant scrutiny. It marked a new chapter, one that allowed Malia and Sasha to explore their independence while holding on to the values and memories they had built during their extraordinary upbringing. New challenges. Leaving the White House may have granted the Obama family some freedom, but for Malia and Sasha, stepping out of the spotlight was never truly an option. Even as young adults, their every move continued to attract public fascination. Sasha, now a student at the University of Southern California pursuing a degree in sociology, has been particularly visible since her move to Los Angeles in 2022. She transferred not just for her education, but to be closer to her sister Malia, who has been forging her path in the entertainment industry. Sasha's outings have highlighted her transformation into a confident young woman. From her relaxed outfits, like a brown button-down paired with denim shorts and slip-on shoes, to bold choices such as a patchwork maxi skirt and crop top, her personal style frequently garners attention. Yet this visibility has often led to mixed reactions, with social media quick to scrutinize her every appearance. Malia has faced similar pressures, with paparazzi capturing moments as ordinary as laughing with a friend or smoking behind the wheel. Her fashion choices, like a beige turtleneck dress with black boots, effortlessly reflect her individuality but still spark public chatter. This relentless attention underscores the challenges of growing up under the nation's gaze. As daughters of a former president, Malia and Sasha contend not only with media obsession, but also with societal expectations tied to their lineage. From casual outings to career aspirations, they are held to standards often steeped in double standards and fueled by curiosity about their lives post-White House. Despite these pressures, the sisters have remained remarkably composed. Michelle Obama, in a candid interview, acknowledged their ability to handle it with grace, crediting their resilience to lessons learned during their White House years. For Malia and Sasha, the path forward has been about focusing on what truly matters: their education, passions, and future. By navigating a world where cameras still follow their every move, the sisters have managed to grow into strong, independent women. As Michelle humorously pointed out, they've learned to handle butlers and florists on standby while staying grounded, and let's be honest, they mastered it. In a world eager to dissect their every step, Malia and Sasha have chosen to rise above, living with poise and purpose while carving out lives of their own. Follow us for more insights into the lives of remarkable families. Two grown ladies. As the Obama daughters step into adulthood, their journeys reveal how they've embraced independence while staying grounded. After graduating high school in 2016, Malia Obama took a transformative gap year, immersing herself in the television industry. Her internships with Girls, created by Lena Dunham and the Weinstein Company, provided her with a behind-the-scenes look at Hollywood, setting the stage for her future. Enrolling at Harvard University in 2017, Malia continued nurturing her passion for storytelling, graduating in 2021 with a reputation for creativity and innovation. Her dedication paid off, landing her a writing position on Donald Glover's Amazon series Swarm. Co-creator Janine Neighbors praised Malia's bold and imaginative contributions, calling her an incredible writer who brought unique ideas to the table. In 2024, Malia reached a milestone by debuting her short film, The Heart, at the Sundance Film Festival. The poignant story about grief and forgiveness resonated with audiences, showcasing Malia's ability to blend universal themes with personal depth. Her thoughtful exploration of tenderness and regret marked her as a filmmaker to watch. Meanwhile, Sasha Obama has also made strides since graduating from Sidwell Friends School in 2019. Initially attending the University of Michigan, she later transferred to the University of Southern California, aligning her studies with her desire to be closer to Malia in Los Angeles. Sasha has begun carving her own space in the entertainment industry, recently making her debut as a casting interviewer for Showtime's Couples Therapy. Credited under her full name, Natasha Obama, Sasha's work signals her budding interest in storytelling and artistic pursuits. Despite their achievements, Malia and Sasha remain deeply connected. Their shared life in Los Angeles has strengthened their bond, with Michelle Obama describing their sisterhood as a unique source of comfort. "They're the only two who know what they just went through," Michelle told People magazine, reflecting on their experience growing up under the brightest spotlight in the world. Together, they've created a sanctuary in their shared apartment, decorating it with thrifted finds and IKEA furniture, proof of their desire to live authentically, even with the trappings of privilege nearby. Though their parents' production company, Higher Ground, thrives with Netflix deals and their family owns an $11 million estate on Martha's Vineyard, Malia and Sasha have chosen to forge their own paths. Their commitment to simplicity and self-reliance is a testament to the values instilled by Michelle and Barack Obama. The sisters' determination to lead lives shaped by their own passions and ambitions, rather than their family's legacy, underscores their resilience and individuality, qualities that continue to define them as they step confidently into the future. The woman behind the legacy. To truly understand the legacy of Michelle Obama, one must first grasp the extraordinary journey that shaped her. Born Michelle LaVaughn Robinson in Chicago, she was raised in a modest household by parents who prioritized education, discipline, and integrity. These values became the cornerstone of her life. Growing up on the South Side, Michelle learned the meaning of hard work and resilience early on, traits that propelled her to excel academically. Her path led her to Princeton University and later Harvard Law School, where she stood out as one of the few black women in these prestigious institutions. Despite her academic and professional achievements, Michelle never lost sight of her roots. She carried the lessons from her upbringing into every aspect of her life, even as she navigated systemic racism and societal expectations. Her journey from the South Side to the White House was not without its challenges, but Michelle remained steadfast, balancing the demands of public life with an unwavering commitment to her family and values. As First Lady, Michelle transformed her platform into a powerful tool for advocacy. She championed causes like education, health, and women's rights, creating impactful initiatives such as Let's Move, aimed at combating childhood obesity, and Reach Higher, which encouraged young people to pursue higher education. Her focus extended beyond the United States, addressing global issues with the same passion and determination that defined her life. Yet, amid her public accomplishments, Michelle often described her role as a mother as her most significant achievement. Her devotion to Malia and Sasha was evident in the way she fiercely protected their privacy and grounded them in the values she and Barack cherished. For Michelle, motherhood wasn't just about guiding her daughters through the challenges of life in the White House. It was about equipping them with the tools to thrive as individuals in an often unforgiving world. Michelle Obama's legacy is a testament to her strength, vision, and ability to inspire. She not only redefined what it means to be a First Lady, but also set a powerful example for women everywhere, proving that success is not about where you start, but how you rise. Through it all, Michelle remained a beacon of hope and resilience, embodying the lessons she learned on Chicago's South Side and leaving a lasting impact on a generation. The confession? The confession that mattered most to Michelle Obama didn't come in the form of dramatic words or tearful apologies from Malia and Sasha. Instead, it was expressed through their lives, their resilience, their grace, and their success. Without uttering a word, Malia and Sasha revealed that their mother's parenting was the greatest gift they had ever received. For Michelle, this silent acknowledgement was the ultimate validation of her efforts and sacrifices as a mother. Raising two daughters in the White House under constant public scrutiny was a monumental challenge. Michelle often doubted herself, questioning whether her choices would truly prepare her daughters for the world outside their privileged but highly scrutinized bubble. She worried about their ability to thrive in a society eager to critique them at every turn. Yet, as she watched Malia and Sasha carve out their own paths with confidence and integrity, those fears gave way to an overwhelming sense of pride and accomplishment. Michelle once said, "Success isn't about how your life looks to others. It's about how it feels to you." This philosophy is reflected in the lives of Malia and Sasha today. Malia pursuing her passion for storytelling, and Sasha exploring her creative interests while excelling in her studies are living testaments to the values instilled by their mother. They are strong, independent women who have embraced life on their own terms, guided by the lessons Michelle worked so hard to impart. While the girls may never have explicitly said, "Mom, you did it right," their actions speak louder than words ever could. For Michelle, seeing her daughters navigate the world with poise and purpose is the greatest reward of all, a silent but profound confession that her unwavering love, strength, and guidance have truly shaped them into the remarkable women they are today. What's the best life lesson you've learned from Michelle Obama's parenting? We'd love to hear your take in the comments. The legacy of love and strength. Reflecting on Michelle Obama's parenting, it becomes clear that the true legacy of the Obamas isn't solely political or historical, it's deeply personal. While Michelle's public achievements as First Lady, her best-selling books, and her advocacy work have left an indelible mark on the world, her greatest accomplishment lies in the family she has nurtured. Malia and Sasha, in their own quiet ways, have shown that their mother's unwavering love and strength laid the foundation for their success. Before his inauguration, President Obama wrote an open letter to Malia and Sasha in Parade magazine, sharing his dreams for them and all children, to grow up in a world with no limits on your dreams and no achievements beyond your reach, and to grow into compassionate, committed women who will help build that world. Those words of aspiration now stand as a testament to what the Obamas have achieved as parents. Today, through the values of resilience, compassion, and ambition, Michelle has not only fulfilled Barack's vision, but has also empowered her daughters to carry those ideals forward. Malia and Sasha's journeys reflect the strength of the values instilled in them: humility, independence, and an unshakable sense of purpose. These qualities are a reminder that the most profound legacy isn't about titles, awards, or grand gestures. It's about the love, guidance, and example set for the next generation. For the Obamas, their daughters embody that legacy, proving that the greatest impact comes from raising individuals who are not only equipped to navigate the world, but are also determined to make it better. As Michelle often said, success isn't about appearances. It's about how it feels to live authentically and purposefully. In that sense, the Obama family's legacy transcends politics or history. It's a story of love, resilience, and the quiet but powerful strength of a family dedicated to building a brighter future for themselves and others. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more insights into the lives of extraordinary families and individuals. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more.